So you're wondering how to handle a disgruntled employee. I don't think there's one simple answer that you can give to this. I think this really comes down to speaking to that employee and understanding their reasons for being disgruntled. Sometimes they may be valid reasons, sometimes they're not. I sort of deal with this in a number of different ways. First, I always listen and I always spend time to really understand what's happened and why they're feeling the way that they are. Maybe that's because of some sort of process, or maybe it's because of a customer. There's a whole bunch of different reasons, but I think the first thing is to sit down and spend time listening to staff members. You know, I definitely think that's a really valuable thing in doing. You'll learn as to why they're feeling like they are, and then what changes that you can actually put in place. And I think at that point, if you've got someone that's disgruntled and you think their reasons for being disgruntled are valid, then you need to put in a plan and say, okay, well, these are the things that we're going to do and the changes that we need to make to actually stop them from feeling like the way that they are. I think this is a critical moment in determining whether this person's going to stay and be part of this business in the long term, or whether you think they're going to leave in the short term. And the steps you put in place here, I think, are really critical. What I generally try to do is I try to be really clear on these are the steps that we're going to take, and really defining, you know, step by step, what are the things that are going to change, and making sure that we do make that change and try to make that change as quickly as possible. If you can make that change and the employee sees that you're making the effort to actually do that, that employee will stick with you and be with you for, you know, a long time to come. But if you say that you're going to make all these changes and those changes that actually don't happen, it's highly likely that employee is going to leave. So I think it's really working with that employee, it's understanding, is this someone that you see as adding lots of value to your business or not? I recently seen an employee of another business leave because he wanted to work from home a number of days per week and the company wouldn't support that. The employee left that business. What happens when a company loses an employee, there's huge amounts of intellectual property that's going with that employee and learnings that they have about that business that you're going to have to recreate and spend time rebuilding inside of your business. If that's someone that's really valuable, there's a huge amount of cost that's associated with that person leaving. So I think that's key, is really listening, then taking firm actions as to making sure that they feel like they're being listened to and making changes. If it's someone that you feel that's not adding value to the business, or maybe this is the wrong role for them, or it's the wrong business for them to be involved in, then that's a time where you start having a discussion with them saying, well, is this really the right place for you? And maybe you're better suited in another business, in another type of role. And I think having those frank and open conversations with them is valuable, allowing that person to find the role that fits to them perfectly. I know in our business, not every employee fits inside of working with us. We're a business that moves quickly, we make change, we see opportunity and we make changes, you know, very, very quickly, and that's an environment that's not for everyone. Some people are like a slower environment that's more structured. Our environment's fast. You know, we make changes, we innovate, we make improvements to what we're doing, and that's not for everyone. And so it's helping that employee find the role that suits them and helps them grow into the role that they're actually looking for into the future.